What's going on, Dub Nation? Welcome back to the channel where we break down all the latest Golden State Warriors news, rumors, roster updates, and everything happening around the most talking about teams in the NBA. If you are a real Warrior fan, make sure you stay all the way until and end of this video because today update is one that absolutely nobody say coming. The Warriors have just made a surprising decision that is already sending shockwaves across the NBA. The fans are completely divided over what this means for the future of the franchise.
For the past several weeks, speculation has been building around what Golden State would do next. After another season full of ups and downs, questions started piling up everywhere. Would the Warriors finally commit to a major rebuild? Would they double down on trying to win one more championship with Stephen Curry? Or would the front office make one of those bold, unexpected moves that changes the direction of the team overnight? Well, now we have our answer, and let's just say, it was not what most people expected. According to multiple reports coming out around the organization, the Warriors have officially decided to move forward with a strategy that signals they are not ready to close their championship window just yet. Instead of making a dramatic reset or blowing up the roster, the team is reportedly focusing on keeping its veteran core intact while making targeted adjustments around the edges. And while that may sound simple on paper, the actual decision behind it is much more surprising than people realize. A lot of fans genuinely believe this offseason was going to be the moment Golden State finally turned the page. There was growing belief that the organization might start prioritizing younger talent, future assets, and long-term flexibility. After all, the Western Conference is only getting tougher. Teams like Oklahoma City, Minnesota, Denver, and Dallas are younger, deeper, and hungry. The Warriors, meanwhile, are in a completely different stage of their team cycle. But instead of going in that direction, Golden State has reportedly decided that as long as Stephen Curry is still playing at an elite level, they owe it to him to keep competing right now. And honestly, from one perspective, it makes sense. Curry is still one of the most dangerous offensive players in basketball. Even at this stage of his career, he continues to carry the offense, stretch defenses to impossible levels, and create opportunities that very few players in league history ever could. The bigger question, though, is whether this decision is actually enough. That's where fans are split. On one side, you have people celebrating this news because they believe the Warriors should never waste a single remaining year of Curry's greatness. Their argument is simple. Legends like Steph don't come around often, and once he's gone, there may never be another era like this again. So if there's even a small chance to build another contender around him, you take that chance every single time. But on the other side, there are fans who think this is exactly the kind of decision that could keep Golden State stuck in the middle. Not bad enough to rebuild, not strong enough to truly contend, just trapped between eras. And that fear is understandable. The Warriors are no longer the unbeatable dynasty that once terrified the league. Back then, their identity was crystal clear. Elite shooting, incredible ball movement, defensive intensity, championship chemistry, and a roster that perfectly complemented Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. Everything clicked. Now, things are much more complicated. The roster has talent, but the fit hasn't always looked natural. There have been chemistry questions, rotational inconsistencies, defensive concerns, and ongoing debates about who truly fits next to Curry moving forward. The front office has had to constantly balance present versus future, and it hasn't been easy. That's why this decision feels so important. By choosing not to fully pivot into a rebuild or major restructuring, the Warriors are essentially sending a message to the entire league. We still believe we can compete. That message matters. It matters to Curry, who has made it clear throughout the years that his mindset has never changed. He still wants to win. He still believes in competing at the highest level. He is not interested in quietly fading in. And honestly, can you blame him? Players like Steph define franchises. They define generations. They build cultures. The Warriors became what they are today because of him. So from an organizational standpoint, choosing to remain aggressive while Curry is still elite is understandable. But belief alone is not enough. The Warriors still have major roster questions to answer. Can they improve their perimeter defense? Can they add more size and athleticism? Can they find reliable secondary scoring so Curry isn't carrying such a massive load every night? These are real issues, And if they aren't addressed, this surprising decision could end up backfiring. Another reason this news has stunned fans is because it suggests the front office may be more confident in the current foundation than outsiders believed. That's interesting, because public perception around the Warriors has been mixed for months. Some analysts have been quick to count them out, saying their window is officially closed. Others believe the team is only one or two smart moves away from becoming dangerous again. And maybe that's exactly what Golden State is betting on. Not a massive overhaul, not a panic reaction, just smart, calculated adjustments. This kind of thinking actually aligns with how the Warriors have historically operated. They are not a franchise known for emotional decisions. Even under pressure, they tend to stay measured, strategic, and patient. That patience has worked before, and perhaps they believe it can work again. Still, patience is risky in today's NBA. The league moves fast. One bad offseason can set a team back years. One great move can change everything. There is very little room for error, especially in a loaded Western Conference. So now all eyes turn to what comes next. Because while the decision itself is shocking, it's really only the beginning of the story. Now the pressure shifts directly onto the front office. If you're telling the world you still believe in this championship core, then you have to back it up with action. You have to make moves that improve the roster in meaningful ways. You have to give Curry real help. You have to address weaknesses honestly and aggressively. Fans are willing to buy into this vision, but only if it comes with a clear plan. That's the biggest takeaway from all of this. The Warriors didn't just make a surprising decision. They made a commitment. A commitment to competing. A commitment to maximizing what's left of the Curry era. A commitment to believing that this chapter isn't over yet. And whether that turns out to be genius or a major mistake, only time will tell. But one thing is absolutely certain. This offseason just got a whole lot more interesting. The Warriors are once again one of the most fascinating teams in basketball, and every move they make from this point forward will be under a microscope. Fans will be watching. Analysts will be debating. Rival teams will be paying attention. Because if Golden State really believes they can make another run, the next few weeks could define the future of the franchise. Can they pull off one more magical run with Curry leading the way? Can the front office prove the doubters wrong? Or is this surprising decision simply delaying the inevitable transition that many believe is already overdue? That is the question every Warriors fan is asking right now. And honestly, there is no easy answer. This is what makes sports so fascinating. It's never just about wins and losses. It's about timing, legacy, loyalty, risk, and belief. Right now, the Warriors are choosing belief. They are betting on greatness. They are betting on Stephen Curry. And if history has taught us anything, betting against Steph is usually a dangerous idea.
So, what do you think about this shocking Warrior decision? Did Golden State Warrior make right call by standing committed to winning now, or should they have started planning for this future? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, because I really want to hear where the nation stands on this one. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss any breaking Golden State Warrior news. We got a lot more update coming, especially with this off season hitting up the major move expected around the league. Thank you for your watching, and I will catch you in next one.